Back to the Ken Lowther, original owner. An ATK 406. This is a cool piece. It's an original, one of the only original American dirt bikes that we're gonna do a frame off on. We had the tank professionally painted at a cost, I think it was $450 with the bodywork on it. We're gonna do a frame off on that one. This is a completely restored frame up, brand new plastics and everything on this. IT 175, we restored that for the owner. Here's an IT 250 that we pulled down, and there's all the body parts, brand new, everything for it. A 68 Harley Davidson Sprint 350, that's a cool piece. And this is my friend Mike Bressler's CR 250 84 that will be picked up shortly. I think we're putting Hoosiers on it for him or something. That's my brother Ray's Harley Davidson. We bought this with the proceeds of my dad passed in 1994 at 59 years old. I gave him my half of the insurance check we got for 10 grand, and we went and bought my older brother this 1200 Sportster, and he's kept it ever since. That's Cody's Dyna. This is Dom Cilio's, the guy that we were gonna go do a pick at his place, CR 125, national championship winning Elsinore. That actually won 3 national championships. This is Frank's XR 500. This is Dane's Bridgestones, and my CR, a Dyna, a C70, and another hot rod mini bike that was built by Jeff Castine. This is a cool piece. This is a Tyron. You'll never see one of these again, ever. The Tyron 125. So that's about it. The 4th floor has got a tremendous amount of character to it with 17-foot ceilings. And this is going to be our meeting room and spiritual room retreat. It's going to be like a church in there, actually. So I hear Wizard firing up the 450. Or we'll take a walk down. This in this room here, this has been largely abandoned since well, many years, since Christie's company left here 20 years ago. This was Christie's office over here. The love of my life, Christy Steiger. We have a video of the Steiger family. That was her company campus where they made t-shirts for UConn. And now it's just abandoned. We haven't got the money to fix this building yet. It's gonna take a lot of cash. Back in the stair tower, heading down. We've already been through the 3rd floor. So we'll take a scoot down to the 2nd floor. Here we are on the 2nd floor, and we got this beautiful 39 Indian, beautiful piece. And the lift, it's a snap-on lift that we customized and had professionally painted to match the motorcycle. Kind of a really cool theme, same paint and everything. And this is our 1949 Nimbus 4-cylinder, which we'd be happy to fire that up for you if you ever want to use that in one of the videos. For sure, it has an exposed valve train on it, which is kind of a cool thing to see. It's like from a bygone era. I've got the Punisher theme from the movie Punisher themed iron head. Got a 56 pan here, a 66 first year of the shovel. Of course, we got Pinky and the Captain America bike, not to be confused with Kaplan America, but Captain America bike. Got another sidecar rig and the hill climb bike up here. There's our trophies for our next event. All our flags that we'll use for the races, and this is the only XR 750 hill climber in New England. This is a very high performance Harley Davidson factory racer. So those are all my #1 plaques from winning championships racing. Each one of these is 22 races, not a one-shot deal. So that was 2006, 2007, 2006 and 7, 2011, 10, and 12 NEMA, and then my NESC championship somewhere around here too. That's my, this one. This is my favorite one. That's the most competitive race series in New England. XLCR Cafe Racer. Got the Indian. Another Indian. Another Indian. Another Indian. Another Indian. Another Indian. God loves us. And this was donated by to the museum by the New Britain Police Department on the condition we restore it and keep it here forever. So if you want to fire that bad boy up, we can do that too. This is our roaming diplomat Carl's bike. This is the horsepower man's 156 horsepower Dyna. If you want to do a story about that, it's a modern FXR from '88. The world's finest BMW 1928 R62. An R12. And this is one we did a frame up on here for one of our clients. We auctioned it off and he was gracious enough to leave it here. Then down this row, we've got the first year Kawasaki KZ900, the KZ1000, the Eddie Lawson replica, a 6-cylinder KZ1300, a slab side GSXR 1100 Suzuki, an original 2-stroke twin-cylinder Suzuki, a Honda Dream. That's a beauty. If you want a vintage looking classic, we could resurrect this one. Most of these are in museum storage, which means the batteries are removed and fuel removed. So GS 550, another 550, and this is a Yoshimura powered 550 with a 615 big bore with smooth bore carbs, a Katana. This is probably one of the rarest bikes in the museum. They only made 100 of these back in '74. Billy Blythe TZ 750. 4-cylinder 2-stroke 500 Interceptor. This is the president of the Antique Motorcycle Club of Americas, Cushman Hogg, and one of our benefactors, Suzuki 1400 Intruder. And then a whole lineup of super bikes in the middle here, factory super bikes. And this is our British row. This is a spot I thought if we were going to move the conference table down, this would be a good spot over here, or we could do it right here. We could actually set up the conference table in front of this New England Motorcycle Museum. We could actually put it right here in the center of this room. There's good lighting, big windows, easy access to the bathrooms. If you want to set up a conference desk there, we can do that, Charles. A couple Vespas. I said that this was the one where the Vespas were. The colors in this portion of the mill are just awesome. The floors and this is our British row here in the museum. Our British display, and we've got the BSA section following the Triumph section with some significant museum quality BSAs. I also have a Carroll Shelby Johnny Pag. It's a Chinese manufactured scooter that for some reason Carroll Shelby thought he'd sell 500 of them with his signature, so I think you're mainly paying for a signature, but that's on display here. BSA Golden Flash. This is the Matchless, owned by my friend Hollywood. It's a 53 G9. Got a Ducati and a Dyna and the FXR. So that's the second floor. The lobby's up on that far end. There's bathrooms on both ends. Brand new bathrooms here and on the far end. So this is the south stair. There's north, south, east, west staircases. This is the original 1814 staircase here. And the first floor is where we're going to put the restaurant bar. It's not quite done yet, of course. I need about $300,000 to finish it. This is the lobby where you come in on the first floor. So that's West Main Street right there. There's a garage where you can drive a truck or a motorcycle into here, right into the museum. And this is the first floor restaurant bar area. None of the lights are on because no one's down here, but it's really a unique, no expense spared restoration, which may or may not be obvious, but if you saw it beforehand, you would see it. I won't get into the details, so that's another whole hour video, but it's a ridiculous amount of work. I'll give you some of the details. This is the 5th or 6th finish we came up with. This is a trowel-on finish, and you see it has the gold mica, the black sand. There's actually seashells and oyster shells in there too very unique organic look, and this is the original brick underneath it that we peeled away to expose the original finish. These are the original 205-year-old factory floors. Were completely restored at great expense and time. That's the original door. Harley light that lights up. This is the 1880 edition. This is the dance floor, stage area where the band's set up. And right now we're using this specifically to do motorcycle videos. We do a lot of videos here, and it's got a ramp right out the front door, so you can ride a bike out the front door, or zoom down to the other end where the here's a custom drum set. I bought this last year. It's a Pearl Roadshow, so the bands didn't have to bring their stuff in and out. Christy did the graphics. Carabella sign that was purchased with the collection. And there's our Motorcycle Mania coming up again this year, July 25th. Last year we did a 2-day. This year we're doing a 1-day. That'll be the largest single-day motorcycle event in Connecticut. It's going to be an absolute huge party. So if you're coming to town, come the weekend of the 25th. See all the detail work on the metal, the black metal, and all the bolts are painted a gold, metallic gold. 2 coats of stain and 2 coats of poly on all of the original. I didn't show you guys, but everywhere in the museum, you have to look because a lot of it's up in the ceiling and on the walls and on the windowsills, but there's literally 1,000 mini bikes, models, cars. If you have any mini bikes, models, cars, you want to donate to the museum or books to the library. I didn't show you our library collection on the 4th floor. It's my outfit for the bike. We're going to be testing 2 bikes today. Today is day I think 34 on the Ride 365 campaign. We are encouraging everybody to get involved with motorcycles. We're trying to get the youth involved and get everybody excited about riding. So what better way to do that than ride every day and set a good example? So these are the bikes I rode yesterday. The Montesa 250. One of these just sold at Mecum for 13 grand, which seems a little high to me, but I guess somebody really wanted it. And this is a Katana 750 that's going up on eBay. Stunning original. The thing's at 10. So, and there's our Christmas tree made out of FLH pipes. So I haven't done a full tour of the museum like this, I don't think ever. And I didn't stage the lights or clean anything up. This is just exactly, that's a Christmas special, really rare piece. And that's an Evel Knievel Hofmaster, one of few left that's brand new. And there's our Christmas tree. And these came from Cuba. Christy and I like to smoke a cigar now and then. This is John Greer's Mototown USA. That's a whole nother hour show. We'll be talking about that. This is another Harley Davidson snap-on lift with a fully restored CR500 and a JoJo Keller poster. This is Christy's courtyard. I have all the pavers. We're going to put interlocking concrete pavers. This will be a courtyard for smoking and drinking, or just hanging out and relaxing in short order. So this is Thousand Island Harley Davidson Club members XR 1200 on display, along with some Harley memorabilia donated by local Harley shops. Got a 73 Elsinore 250 over here. These signs came from the Harley Davidson. We've got pool table, 2 foosball tables. This one's a snap-on table. 2 foosball tables, and nice Buell sign. Elsinore. This is our the hookah lounge. It's got a big garage door there, and ridiculous amount of work went into restoring this room. I don't even want to get into it, how much time and money we put into it, but we don't even think about it anymore. You just keep going. Here's a clue. It was $10,000 just for the glass for that window. Those beams were $5 grand a piece, shipped from the West Coast. They had to be a certain type of wood to meet the historic district's, the state historic parks officer, her the federal standard for a certified historic restoration, which I probably haven't told you guys that yet, but this building is one of 2 buildings ever in the state of Connecticut to be two brand new ping pong tables too. I love ping pong. To ever be achieve certified historic restoration, which was no small task and a source of great heartache and great suffering and great punishment to my finances and wallet. to achieve the standard, but we were the first and second ever to achieve that status for a building that was used for anything other than subsidized rent housing. That's the standard. They use them for subsidized rent housing. The federal government pays for it. Controlled rent housing. We turned it into a motorcycle museum and a motorcycle restoration business. And my construction company originally ran out of here, along with, we were using it for storage for the computer company, but we don't need that anymore since computers are all so small. But when we bought the place 10 years ago, we thought we needed storage. So it may appear we bit off more than we could chew, but we're going to get it done with the grace of God and a little bit of faith and a lot of hard work. Actually, a lot of faith and a lot of hard work. That's Johnny Letty's CR550. That's the Harley room I was just down the side of. We're on the 3rd floor now. So we're on both sides of the road. If you come visit us, park on that side of the road and walk over. We have those fields there for riding the bikes, both sides. We have 11 acres here. That's me back in 1998, 21 years ago, on a YZ450. So back on the 3rd floor. Well, Charles, Isaac, John, I hope you stuck with us so far. And everybody else who stuck with us so far, thank you. Please subscribe and click on the bell there. And you'll get notified when we do new videos. We have a nice collection of vintage jerseys for all different eras. So when we ride the bikes, these are all the, I guess you'd call them props or wardrobe for doing the videos. Hundreds of vintage jerseys. Just to give you an idea, one of these Fox jerseys, my friend Dom paid $400. Not Dom, another friend of mine who was selling his collection had the receipt, paid $400 for it. Original Fox jersey. So these have become extremely valuable. None of them are for sale. We did a complete restoration on that RD350 recently. All these bikes on the left side here are all bikes that we restored. All the ones in the middle are bikes we restored. And I think you saw we have about a 6-month backlog on restorations right now, but we still buy bikes every day, and the order that we're doing them changes. And there's Junior's house right past that tractor trailer in the woods. I don't know if you can see it. We have a mini bike track up top and a fire pit, and that's a barn that Junior and his friends work on their cars. And that's our frog from the Metal Genius Joe. So it's back into the showroom. Hey Kenny, Mark, what's happening? That's where Mark Vesco sits. I just gave a full 56-minute video for Charles and Isaac and John, so they knew what bikes we had here for videos and for our subscribers and friends and people throughout the world. Say hello to everybody.
What's happening, guys? Hopefully Ken gave you a halfway decent tour. The camera wasn't too shaky. I know he's hopped up off some cold brews this morning.
Oh yeah, I had a Red Bull this morning. That's what it is. Yeah, I had a Red Bull and a cup of coffee.
So that's why the camera's been so shaky. You're probably sick by now.
You want some Red Bull? I ran out of C4, man. We got to put a shipment in.
So Dane sent some boys down with some barrels for us.
Nice. Cody, what's happening?
What's up, guys? Good morning.
Mark, what's cooking today?
Nothing. Just sending out some letters for possible donations. We are a 501c3, so tax deductible.
God knows we need the help.
We need the help and be part of the miracle, guys.
Amen. Moses, what's cooking?
Thank God, guys. We appreciate you. We waiting for your arrival, and this time we're gonna eat some African food.
All right. So we got some barrels outside for the next event. Trash barrels. 3 nice vintage Huskies showed up today, so it's a great day. Every day's like Christmas here. There's always bikes coming in. And I guess our friends at CSC, Phil and Dane, Dane owns a t-shirt, the tattoo shop in town. Wizard's gonna go get the NEMM tattooed on his forehead before the first episode. Just kidding. He wants to get an NEMM tattoo. I told him I'd pay for it to match his Indian tattoo. I'll probably have to get one too. You gonna get a tattoo?
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna get wild.
Okay.
For the event.
All right, man. Awesome. That's it, folks. That's the Grand Cent Tour. That's it, folks. I showed you my whips, showed you my crib. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So let me walk you out. You can Uber your way back to Bradley. It's only about 10 minutes from here. You gotta go. You gotta go. Goodbye. I almost forgot to say, God bless America.